Good day, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we have some exciting news for employers and skilled migrants looking to work in Australia. The state of Western Australia is set to bring in 10,000 skilled migration places for 2024-25, which in itself is fantastic news. We'll also be discussing the new Western Australia Designated Area Migration Agreement, abbreviated as WA DAMA, and what opportunities it provides. So let's dive right in. Under a new agreement with the Commonwealth Government, the state government of Western Australia has secured 5,000 state nominated migration places for the 2024-25 program year. This to address critical skill shortages in industries like construction and healthcare. We will share Western Australia's allocation of places for the subclass 190, the state nominated visa, and the subclass 491, skilled work regional visa, once it has been announced. In addition, the Western Australia Dharma is another major initiative for the state government to boost the state's economy and address the strong demands for skilled workers in key sectors such as building and construction, health and aged care, tourism and hospitality, and in agriculture. So let's explore this in detail. Before moving ahead, what exactly is a Dharma? How does it work? Let's have a deep dive. A Designated Area Migration Agreement, or DAMA in short, is a formal agreement between the Australian Commonwealth Government and the regional or state or territory authorities. It allows these regions to access more overseas skilled professionals than the standard state nominated migration program. It provides the flexibility needed to address unique economic and labor market conditions. Let's look at the details of the WA DAMA and how it works. Effective 1 July 2024, the new Western Australian DAMA will be effective statewide. Yes, you heard that right. That's the whole state of Western Australia is now eligible under a DAMA visa. This, in addition to the already existing regional DAMA agreements for Western Australia, like the Goldfields DAMA, Kimberley, Pilbara, and the Southwest regions. The new Western Australian DAMA provides 5,000 skilled migration places, split equally between metropolitan and regional employers. So let's look at the benefits of the Western Australian DAMA. Here are some of the key benefits for the Western Australian DAMA for businesses and skilled migrants. The Western Australia DAMA has 310 occupations available and offers a broad list of jobs and numerous concessions to help business meet their labor needs. Let's look at the concessions. Work experience concession, easier requirements for previous work experience. Age concessions, higher age limit for visa applicants. And finally, English language proficiency concessions, lower English language requirements. We'll leave a link in the description for you to access the page. You can review if your occupation is listed as an available occupation and consider yourself for this visa. Now let's look at the different visa pathways available under a DAMA. The Western Australia DAMA enables businesses to sponsor skilled migrations through three main visa pathways. The first being the Temporary Skill Shortage Visa, subclass 482, which is soon to be replaced by the Skills in Demand Visa at the end of 2024. The second is the Skilled Employer Sponsor Regional, subclass 494 visa. Finally, you have the Employee Nominated Scheme Visa, subclass 186. These pathways provide opportunities for skilled migrants to eventually gain permanent residency. Now let's talk about the existing DAMAs in Western Australia. There are 4 regional DAMAs tailored to meeting specific labor demands in their respective areas. 1. Kimberley East DAMA. This covers several regional shires including Wynnum East, Kimberley and Broome, with 187 occupations available. 2. The Goldfields DAMA. This covers areas like the Kalguri Boulder and the Coolgardie with 145 occupations and several concessions. 3. Pilbara Dama. This covers Karata and Port Hedland with 135 occupations available. And finally, the Southwest Dama. This covers regions such as Bunbury and Bustleton with 56 occupations and various concessions. Let's look at the transition pathway to permanent residency for the employer sponsored visas. All temporary skills shortage subclass 482 visa holders are eligible for pathway to permanent residency and can apply for the subclass 186 employee nomination scheme visa via the temporary resident transition stream and be sponsored by their employers. To be eligible, the skilled migrants must continue to work in their nominated occupations under the TSS subclass 482 visas with their employers. After a period of 2 years of working with their employer in the nominated occupation, they can make an application for permanent residency via the TRT stream. Applicants will also need to meet other nomination and visa requirements under the subclass 186 Employee Nomination Scheme TRT stream of the visa. Now let's look at the key requirements for employers. To be eligible for endorsement under the Western Australian Dharma, businesses must meet several eligibility criteria, including 1. Evidence of operations in Western Australia. That is, proof of business operations within the state. 2. Evidence of workforce needs, demonstrating the inability to recruit suitably qualified Australians for this position. 3. Concessions and endorsement validity, specific concessions related to skill visa eligibility criteria. The Western Australia Dharma and the state nominated migration program provides significant benefits for businesses struggling to fill positions with local talent. By allowing access to a broad range of occupations and offering various concessions, it helps address the unique labour market challenges faced by the different regions in Western Australia. That's all for today's comprehensive guide on Western Australia State Nomination Migration Program allocations and the new Western Australian Dharma that offers additional places for skilled professionals to work in Australia. If you require assistance or guidance with your Australian visa or any other immigration matter, connect with us using the contact details on screen. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates on migration and employment opportunities. And don't forget to leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. We love hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.